The seed of honesty. In a distant land, a wise and just king had ruled over his people for many years. He had built a peaceful nation, but now that he had grown old, he was worried about the future of his kingdom. He had no children and no successor to whom he could confidently pass on the crown. One day, the king summoned his advisers and said, "I want to choose my successor from among the people, not someone who seeks power, but someone who possesses merit and honesty." So he issued a decree. "All the young people of the kingdom shall come to the palace tomorrow. Anyone who wishes to become my successor shall receive a seed from me. Plant this seed in a pot, care for it for 6 months, and return it to me. I will choose the one who grows the most beautiful and impressive plant." The next day, thousands of young people came to the palace. Among them was a simple-hearted boy named Li Chen. He had no expensive clothes and no influential family, but he had a pure heart and a sincere spirit. When he received the seed, he bowed respectfully, held it tightly in his hand, and returned home. That same day, he prepared a pot, brought good soil, carefully planted the seed in it, and cared for it daily with love. He measured the sunlight, watered it, talked to it, and even played music for it. But weeks passed, and no sprout emerged from the soil. The first month passed, then the second, then the third. Still nothing. Li Chen's mother said, "Maybe the seed was dead. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you should plant a different one." But Li Chen shook his head and said, "No, mother. The king said we should plant this exact seed. If I plant another one, I would be deceiving myself. Even if my pot remains empty, I don't want to lie." 6 months passed. The day to return arrived. The young people came with magnificent pots. Some had flowers as big as a human face, some had colors unseen in any garden. The king walked among the pots, observing them carefully, sometimes smiling, but his face remained expressionless, and suddenly his eyes fell upon Li Chen, the thin, shy boy, holding a simple pot with dry soil and no plant. Everyone looked at him with ridicule. Some whispered, "How dare he come with an empty pot? Maybe he lost his seed." But the king approached, stood before everyone, placed a hand on Li Chen's shoulder, and said loudly, "People, this young man is my successor." The crowd was stunned. Whispers turned into murmurs. The minister asked, "Your Majesty, with all due respect, why? This boy couldn't even grow a plant from your seed." The king smiled and said, "What I gave you were not real seeds. The seeds I distributed had been cooked and could never grow. All of you threw the seed away and planted something else to create a beautiful appearance. But this boy, despite his failure, came to me with an empty pot but a heart full of honesty. And it is such a heart that I want for the throne, not hands full of deceitful flowers." In that moment, a heavy silence fell over the palace, and tears welled up in many eyes. Final moral: in a world full of pretense and deceit, honesty is a rare treasure. The result may appear to be failure, but in the end, the one who walks with truth sits upon the throne of trust.